says prelate proposes 25,000 naira, largest for repentant Boko Haram and bandits. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. The prelate of Methodist Church Nigeria, His Eminence Dr. Samuel Chukwuemeka Kanu Uche, has advised the federal government to grant amnesty to the detained leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Yoruba nationalist Chief Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, to end the clamor for self-determination in southern Nigeria. He also proposed 25,000 naira stipend for repentant Boko Haram and bandits. Kani Uche, in an interview with journalists in Abuja, said many prominent people in this country had the listening ears of the agitators, who the government could use to dialogue with the separatist champions. He also suggested that the federal government should pay 25,000 naira monthly stipend to repentant bandits and Boko Haram members, since hunger and poverty drove many of them to embrace terror and banditry. He told the regime of a president, Major General Mohammed, retired, not to underestimate the influence of Sheikh Ahmed Abubakar Gumi could exert over the bandits in the north. He said if the government, rather than criticizing Gumi, engages him positively, he can bring a solution. You do not dismiss him and say he's a bad man. If he goes to the bush and the bandits, have confidence in him, the government can dialogue with them. Let me tell you, these boys are being used by politicians. If you engage them and be paying them 25,000 naira monthly, they will not kidnap. All they want is food. I support amnesty for them. The way it was done in the Niger Delta region, it quelled the tension. Let government also offer amnesty to Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Adeyemo and say, come, let us dialogue. I have volunteered to dialogue with Christians from the southeast, and let the federal government involve me and people like Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu. It is not that we are part of a clamor for secession, but we know how to talk to our people. Let them involve some of the notable bishops, he said. Where is Nigeria heading to? The so-called men of God and Sheikh are now parts of elements of Boko Haram, bandits, and high pob, without considering the moral implication of the atrocity being committed by the boys whom they are sympathizing with. Isn't what God called them for? It is not what God called them for. Or isn't the doctrine of Islam or Christianity working again? May God help Nigeria. Then what should be given to their victims? So it is like you're doing eye service and I'm so ashamed of this your statement. It is high time the people stop patronizing such church elites. Most of these elites takes advantage of any opportunity that comes their way rather than doing the work of God they claim they're doing. Most of them cannot defend and speak up for the interests of their members. People should not be deceived. It is clear that they are part of a problem facing their members. People should speak up and defend themselves. Let us not promote terrorism. Talking about paying Boko Haram repentance, paying them money, and saying it is hunger. Now, in very national clear terms, in a commoner now, in Nigeria member who does not have any uncle, auntie, niece, nephew anywhere, will that particular person now, or have you ever, as a thinking person, I know that each of us has been in the very place, a very tight corner before, have you resorted to, let me go and kill somebody for money? No, for you to say, if you're just a bad person, that is just it. Yes, I'm not disputing the fact that hunger could be, yes. But what I'm saying is, for you to think to the extent of, why not let me go and do something as in help people? If it is all those, there's a lot you can do to get money. I'm not saying hunger is not one of the reasons, but I'm saying anybody that engages in this particular things now, in terrorism, forget it, the person have lost the ambition for a very long time. That is just it. That is just it. And them, they were available. That is why they're being used. Do you know a lot of people out there who are hungry, who work from dusk to dawn just to get one square meal? A lot of youths, women, children, a lot of them out there that are hungry. Do you know? You can't just come and start making some statements out of sentiment or because of I do not know why. It is not right. There is nothing that can make it right. Whether they enter this particular act out of hunger or not, It is not right. It is so totally wrong. And of course, they should not be applauded for it. For now, that being said, then the other part where he said they should be engaged in a dialogue, that is, Chief Sunday Adeyemo and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They should have, yes, of course. This suggestion has been coming from left, right, center, and I do not know why the federal government has not employed it. I do not know why. In fact, information getting to was that in 2017, a dialogue was actually going on between the federal government and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A dialogue was going on before the invasion in his house at Abia. So I do not. They should go back to that fact. A lot of things can be put right if only the government would engage these people. These people are thinking people. Oh, they are not people. They don't fall from the sky. They are thinking. Dialogue can solve a lot and can go a long way. If the solution profiled in the dialogue can be practiced, I'm telling you, it is going to reduce this agitation. There will be little or no agitations at the end of the day. But if the government continue to, they say they want attention. They want to bring the government attention to some certain activities going on. And the government gives them attention that is not right. That is by maybe causing the agitations, fueling them, detaining their leaders, and telling them that, or like, okay, take for instance now the people in the southeast region, a state of emergency is threatening to be declared in Anambra State. Now, such things now, it will only fuel the agitations. At the end of the day, there will be more loss of lives. But dialogue is an effective means. It is already seeming, it is an effective means. It is not seeming like. You dialogue, okay, what is the problem? How did we get here? You trace back the footstep. Okay, how can we go forward without loss of lives and destruction of property? Then at the end of the day, a solution is reached, or solutions are reached. And they weigh the options and they go into practicalizing and bringing into reality the solution process. And I tell you, a lot of things will happen. A lot of good. It will save loss of lives and property. But I do not know why the government is so scared of this dialogue. They do not want to even give it a chance. They do not want. He's not going to be the first person that has suggested dialogue. Dialogue has been suggested for a very long time. And I do not know why even the first one that was a motion between Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government, all of a sudden, was abruptly just stopped like that, halted. Nobody knows. But the fact remains, dialoguing with these people will cause less loss of life. We reduce it to the barest minimum. The agitations themselves will reduce. Because why? Finally, the government has listened to us. Finally, the government is communicating back to us. And at the end of the day, we'll pray and hope that it all turns out better. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. Please thank you for tuning in and listening. And please, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Have a great day ahead.